Hello, ICF members and friends. Welcome to our workshop on successful branches. Each year at the ICF convention, we hold the Successful Branches workshop and invite branches who have had success in various areas. This year is a bit different. Our workshop is virtual as our convention is virtual, so why not highlight what's been going on in the organization and focus on our branches and districts and their progress during a pandemic. Our workshop will be divided into 4 areas of focus. First, we will talk about staying connected with our members. Next, faith-based activities, followed by fundraisers, and finally, community outreach. Before we can focus on some of our advanced methods of being successful, the most basic expectation right now is to be connected with your members. Some easy ways to remain connected is through phone trees or newsletters. Many of our branches and districts have social media accounts. If you don't have a Facebook page or an Instagram or Twitter, they're very easy to set up and they're free. It's a great way for members to see what's going on within your branch and keep in touch with one another. The Bulletino is also a very easily accessible way to remain connected. Be sure by the 10th of each month to send in your article on behalf of your branch or district. I've heard disappointment when a member opens their Bulletino and finds that their branch is absent. So take a few minutes to think about what you can include. If there's no events taking place, maybe highlight a member. Celebrate the birthdays and anniversaries in your branch. There's always something that can be included, and it makes your members feel welcome. Next is teleconference. We do have a complimentary teleconference line available that branches may use. If interested in having a teleconference meeting, please contact Leonard Zasowski and he will get you set up with a free teleconference. Zoom and Skype, that is all we hear about. How many of us have been on a Zoom call? We didn't even hear this term just a few months ago. And now I'm hearing about families meeting on Zoom. It's not just for business people. It's become the family reunion of 2020. The same holds true for the ICF. Many of our branches and districts have been holding Zoom meetings. Even the Central Council had our June meeting on Zoom. Skype is another option. I know we all look like the Brady Bunch once all of our squares pop up, but let me tell you, this is a great way to connect. You can have your meeting. You may put your agenda up on the screen. Heritage reports can be displayed, and you can also have some fun at these meetings. I was reading in the Bulletino that the Livermore branch, they had dessert and wine at their meeting. 2 of our branches, both Pleasant Hill and Irvine, they had bingo, which is pictured here on this slide. Also in Pleasant Hill, there is a pets theme where everybody brought their pet into the Zoom meeting and introduced their furry friend. And also in Irvine, they had an ice cream social. So as you can see, there's some fun interactive ways to connect on Zoom. There's also socially distant methods in which you can meet. I've learned of some branches meeting in a garage or a backyard or at a park. Everybody will bring their own chair and have a brief meeting or social with one another. Pictured here are 3 colored bracelets. I'm sure you can find these on Amazon or anywhere online. When your branch does begin to meet again, this is a great idea to help communicate to others on how you're feeling. Red means I'm keeping my distance. Yellow means I'm okay with talking but not touching. And green means that they are okay with hugs and high fives. So depending on when you're watching this video and where your county is on social distancing, consider these bracelets. You can even just buy red, yellow, and green yarn and make bracelets out of that. Connecting with one another, let's have a conversation with our members about what type of activities we'd like to have in our branch and districts. We're going to focus now on faith-based activities. Our members have become real creative in ways to gather to celebrate our faith together. For example, in Martinez, the branch is gathering on Zoom to pray the rosary. Many branches are now gathering each week at an outdoor mass. They select a time. Everyone brings their chair or a blanket to sit on in the lawn area. And it's a way to be together even though we're 6 feet apart. In Angels Camp, the branch participated in the parish's baccalaureate service, where graduates gathered for their blessing. The branch, they participated by bringing goodies to share with the graduates. In Pleasant Hill, they are having a communion lunch. The branch will be attending Mass together, just as described under outdoor masses. But following Mass, the members, they will take their chairs along with a bag lunch and meet at the park. It's another great way to get together and enjoy fellowship. Bishop's Day is right around the corner for many of our districts. Many are wondering, well, what do we do now? We can't meet. Well, yes, there are ways to meet. Just ask your bishop what he would like to do. For example, the Bishop of Santa Clara Valley, he wants to have Bishop's Day. The district will be meeting with him in October at a parish that is equipped for outdoor services. The district will gather for the outdoor Mass, and at this Mass, they will present to the bishop their spiritual bouquet along with the seminary burse. There will be no social following. Let's talk about fundraising. There had been a concern at the beginning of the year when our parishes were closed and we were not allowed to use the facilities to hold our usual fundraisers. Since then, there has been a lot of creativity in ways to raise funds so branches can continue their mission in supporting their parishes, communities, and our programs. I'll share a few with you. In Los Gatos, they had a successful raffle in which 10 baskets were available. They emailed the flyer out and also posted on social media. Tickets were sold and $1,700 was raised for the branch. The winners of the baskets, they were able to pick up their prize or have it delivered to them. Branch 391 San Jose, they are very fortunate to have a member that owns Tony and Alba's restaurant. The members cooked a pot roast dinner at their restaurant. 160 people ordered the dinners and drove through the parking lot to pick up their meals to take home. Thank you to our members for being so generous and opening up their restaurant. Another drive-through meal that took place was in barbecue. The members of the Crockett branch, they gathered using all of the appropriate COVID guidelines and prepared the barbecue meal as a takeout dinner. Attendees came to the Boy Scouts parking lot to pick up their meal. Being that the parish was not available, what a great way to still have a dinner by finding a local hall in the city that could be used. The branch did so well with this dinner, they're now having another one in about a month. In Petaluma, the branch had a bakeless bake sale. You may be familiar with this fundraiser in which members are asked if they could donate to the bake sale, but there's no baked good being given in exchange. They can always enjoy a cupcake or a biscotti on their own. This method is also used with tea parties. Simply mail a tea bag to each member and ask them if they could participate in the tea party by sending a donation. They can then enjoy a cup of tea at their leisure. To mail a bag of tea only takes 1 postage stamp. In South Pasadena, the branch also had a barbecue, but this one was a bit different. It was an online benefit in which you could go online and buy a ticket for the barbecue. The catch is there was no meal given in return. You could always enjoy barbecue on your own, but really the message was, let's donate to Cooley's anemia. So another successful fundraiser to share. Back in San Jose, this time branch 191, they were preparing to have a dinner, but now they cannot hold it, but they are stuck with these centerpieces. The branch decided, well, let's sell the cactus centerpieces, and now almost all of them are sold. Another method to share that might work for you. Contactless fundraisers have become a thing now. How can we raise funds, but in a socially distanced manner? A few ideas I found online that I'd like to share with you is a wine and design night. Simply purchase paint, brushes, and canvas, create a kit, and members can purchase that kit. Then gather on a Zoom meeting, and everyone can paint together and enjoy some wine as they design. If you have crafty members in your branch, perhaps you can come up with an item to craft for Christmas and then sell the items virtually on Facebook Marketplace, Let Go, Nextdoor, or other venues that allow you to sell merchandise online. So as you can see, there's several ways in which you can fundraise without using your parish hall. I hope a few of these tips might work for your branch. Also, read the branch articles in the Bulletino because that's a great resource in finding out what other branches are doing that you may be able to adopt. Our final topic is community outreach. It is a joy learning what our branches and districts have been doing to continue supporting the parish, the community, and one another. In Irvine, they have a book award. Seniors going into college, they can apply for this book award in the amount of $1,000. They simply write an essay and complete an application, and then that lucky recipient will have $1,000 to use toward their books. In Fresno, Branch 32, they've been supporting their parish by painting picnic tables along with the patio walls. Why not ask your pastor, what can the ICF do for you? In Lodi, they supported their parish by donating to the technology needs of Vacation Bible School. Another great way to help many people. I learned that our member in Claremont, Andrea Lynn, she's been knitting hats for Children's Hospital. Perhaps you have a talent similar to this and you can support a local hospital. Also along those lines, our members in Roseville in Branch 438, they made masks for the communities when there was a shortage. Not only did they make masks, they opened up their kitchens and prepared over 100 meals to those in need. Also with making meals, Branch 445 in San Jose, they began a sandwich ministry. Sandwich kits were provided to members to make sack lunches to those in need. Blood drives are also another area of need in all of our communities. In Sunnyvale, Branch 408, they had a very successful blood drive recently, in which 44 donors gave blood. We are also having, through our Live to Give committee, a virtual blood drive for the convention. You can see pictured here, Melissa from Tucson donating blood in honor of our convention blood drive. And finally, sunshine committees. Everybody can use a little bit of sunshine. So reach out to your members and find out who needs a virtual hug. Maybe the little ones in your branch, they can create birthday cards or get well cards that can be sent out to your members who need a little bit of cheering up and a smile on their face. What's great about community outreach is it feels good to give back, but also it doesn't cost a lot of money. It just takes a little bit of extra effort. Ask your members at your next meeting what it is that you can do as a branch to reach out to your parish or community. It is my hope that from this workshop, you now have a few ideas that your branch may find successful. I'd like to leave you with a short story. It's about the phrase sempre avanti. You may have heard me talk about this phrase before. About 70 years ago, my branch in Pittsburgh, California, hosted the national convention. Pittsburgh gets quite hot. And back then, they decided it would be a great idea to walk from the convention hotel in the high temperatures to the local parish. As the members processed to the parish, there were so many complaints about how hot it was. The story goes that a gentleman yelled out, "Sempre Avanti," and everybody started to continue with that message of Sempre Avanti, which means to move forward, keep going. A few decades later, when David Bada ran for Central Council, he adopted the phrase Sempre Avanti as he was very close with the Pittsburgh branch as their deputy. He continued that message. Today, I'm asking our branches to continue the message Sempre Avanti, to keep moving forward. In this new way of having to operate our branches and districts, it is not impossible to continue with our mission of supporting our parishes and communities. Take these ideas, find one or two that works for you, and grow from there. Sempre Avanti.